What is up, everybody, and welcome to Tino's Time Wrestling. And on today's episode, we're getting extreme for the first time in a long time. Couldn't tell you the last time I saw this. Every match at Extreme Rules is extreme. It has a stipulation. It has some type of value. So we're climbing the ladder. We're strapping somebody. We gotta say the two words that nobody wants to say. There's a lot of things that are gonna be going on. Are we gonna see the White Rabbit? We talked a little bit about it on Tuesday. That past clue, everything leads to something happening this Saturday at Extreme Rules, everybody. So, thank you guys. I appreciate everybody that was sitting and waiting in the chat, waiting for your boy Tino. I see we got 13 people in the stream. Make sure to continue to drop your questions. I see Justin and Corey waiting and hanging out with your boy. Thank you guys. Drop your questions. Let me know. We'll also be live tonight for Halloween Kills, 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. Get your popcorn, get your food, get your blanket. It's spooky time, everybody. But first, we got to go through all the matches that are going to go down on Saturday night in Philadelphia at Extreme Rules. So let's take a look at the card before we go through all these matches. And these 6 matches are the 6 matches that have been made official and that have been announced for this card. First, we got ourselves a SmackDown Women's Championship match. It's Liv Morgan versus Ronda Rousey in an Extreme Rules match. Hey Courtney, how you doing? Thanks for coming and hanging out. Feel better. I know you have COVID, so everybody, let's tell Courtney in the chat. Pray for Courtney. Hope she gets better. But Liv Morgan and Ronda Rousey inside an Extreme Rules match. Then we have ourselves, you gotta climb the ladder to success, and you gotta retrieve the Raw Women's Championship. It's the EST of WWE versus Damage Control's leader, Bayley. She's not the huggable one anymore. She's the killable one. So, everybody, who's gonna climb the ladder to success? The EST or the leader of Damage Control? I know my man Chris is taking Bayley to win. We're going to have ourselves the 2 words nobody ever wants to say. I quit. It's an I quit match, everybody. It's the Rated R Superstar Edge versus Finn Balor. Finn Balor, guys, is supposedly getting a push later on this year. Maybe we will finally see the Finn Balor that we've all wanted to see. We're going to see somebody whip each other with a strap. It's a strap match. It's Karrion Kross with his beautiful wife Scarlett going up against Drew McIntyre, the almighty one. I guess that's Bobby Lashley, but you guys know what I mean. The chosen one now, I guess. But McIntyre and Kross in a strap match. And if you don't know what a strap match is, that is when you have to, pretty much you're tied to each other and you are not able to, you pretty much just have to beat the hell out of each other with the strap, and there's no running away unless you want to carry your opponent with you. And then, guys, we got ourselves a 6-person tag team Donnybrook match. And it's pretty much, we saw Sheamus do this against Drew McIntyre I think a month or 2 ago now. I think it was about a month ago now at this point. Sheamus and Drew McIntyre had this type of match, and it's pretty much weapons everywhere. But hey, I'll take it. Brawling Brutes I've been loving lately. Imperium, they're back together. Giovanni Vinci's back together with them, doing his thing on the main roster. And it's feeling good again. So I cannot wait to see Brawling Brutes and Imperium go battle each other inside a Donnybrook match. It's going to be a good old time. And then, guys, the main event of Extreme Rules that I think it's going to be, it is going to be my man, Matt Riddle. Bro, 420 RK Bro just said we smoked your ass. Going up against, I don't even know how to explain the man. The Visionary, the Messiah, the Chosen One, Triple H's authority, A+ player, the one and only, suit game for life, Seth freaking Rollins. But this just isn't any match, everybody. It is inside a fight pit. We only have seen the fight pits in NXT, and I cannot wait to see what this fight pit is going to bring to Extreme Rules on Saturday night. But it is not even just that. We got ourselves a special guest referee. It is Hall of Famer Daniel Cormier. And he's going to make sure that these two guys battle and help each other stay contained inside the fight pit. What's up, Noob? Thanks for coming and hanging out. Thanks, Hassan, for coming and hanging out. Jocko, Chris, thank you guys all for stopping by. I appreciate it. So, guys, those are all the matches that we have on the card. We're also going to talk about the White Rabbit. We talked a little bit about it, like I said, on Tuesday. And the White Rabbit situation is getting nuts. We don't know what the hell's going on with that. Are we going to see Bray Wyatt, The Fiend? Are we going to see the Wyndham Six? Are we going to see something? I mean, we still have Friday Night SmackDown to watch at this point, so I'm sure we'll see another QR code tomorrow on Friday. We'll be live for Friday Night SmackDown, everybody, so make sure you come and hang out with your boy. But it should be interesting to see what happens at Extreme Rules. There's a lot of unknown answers, because there also are two other things that before we get into the matches, I thought it would be interesting to bring up just to see what everybody has to say. What's up, Brandon? How you doing? Bo Dallas is the White... Hey, if you guys don't know, Liv Morgan and Bo Dallas are like in a relationship, and I think they're either engaged or something. They live on a farm. So maybe Brandon, you called it. If you call it and it happens, hey, he could be part of the Wyndham Six too. So everybody, we got some news coming out of the last, well, not really news, but we had a little change up in the commentary team. And then there are reports now that apparently we could see a team show up as soon as Friday that we've been expecting to see for a while now. So the first part of the news is that we are apparently getting Santos Escobar, Joan Quinn, Weidel, can't even say his name, Elektra Lopez, and Raul Mendez are being called up to SmackDown, and they could appear as soon as tomorrow. This is by PW Insider, and honestly, we've been saying this. We've been saying that he should go and help Ray, and we've been saying that he should go out and do his thing, and he should come out and everything. So I would love to see Santos Escobar and Legado del Fantasma debut on Friday, and maybe they help Ray, maybe they go and attack Judgment Day. I don't know, everybody. We'll have to find out tomorrow. But also some other news on the other hand. I thought they were going to give Tino a call, or one of us great IWC community content creators out there, but they had changed up the announce team, and apparently a WWE rep has confirmed that Jimmy Smith is done with WWE, so he will not be a part of Raw anymore. So the new announcer team, or the new commentary team for the weekly wrestling programming, will be Kevin Patrick and Corey Graves on Raw. Kathy Kelly's back. Welcome back, Kathy Kelly. We missed you here in WWE, Tino's Nation, and everybody. An interviewer, and she will be associated with Byron Saxton. Poor Byron. SmackDown's team is going to be Michael Cole, and I got some bad news for you guys. If you guys don't like Wade Barrett, then you're not going to want to watch SmackDown, because Wade Barrett is now part of the SmackDown commentary team. And for NXT, this is an interesting matchup. It is Vic Joseph. We know how much Vic Joseph and Corey Graves go back and forth. They love each other on After the Bell. But we got ourselves a five-time world champion, Booker T. Can you dig it, sucker? He's coming to Tuesday nights, and I guess we're going to see Booker with Vic on Tuesday. So everybody, that's just a few things and notes and stuff that has come out today and earlier and stuff like that. So just wanted to try to keep everybody updated. So Noob says there was a Karrion Kross promo that he posted yesterday on Twitter. I love Wade Barrett on commentary in NXT. It's so great. I thought the best NXT like mashup like in the last few years, like after Ronaldo, I can't say his name. I can't say nobody's name. Your boy can't pronounce nothing right. But I liked when it was Vic, Wade, and Beth. And I know Beth is kind of like doing whatever she's doing and everything. But yeah. So just wanted to keep everybody up on that. But we're here to get extreme. So let's not waste any more time than I've already wasted. And not really wasted, but you guys know what I mean. Let's not waste any more time. And let's get into all the matches and all 6 matches that are going to go down on Saturday night in Philadelphia. Everybody continue to leave your comments, your answers, your questions. Let me know. I do have a few questions I'm going to answer after we go through the matches that I got on Facebook, Twitter, and such. So make sure you leave your questions for me about tonight, about Halloween Kills tonight, about Extreme Rules, AEW. What about all the stuff going on in AEW, guys? Apparently Andrade and Sammy Guevara were throwing punches, and Andrade was sent home, but Sammy Guevara was in the main event. How does that make sense? I'm just saying, I don't understand how that makes sense. You guys let me know what you guys think about that. But let's go into the first match that we're going to talk about, and it is the 6-man tag team match, the Donnybrook match. Let me see. The Donnybrook match, it is Imperium, Gunther, Ludwig, and Giovanni Vinci going up against Sheamus, Rich Holland, Pete Dunne, Butch, and the Brawling Brutes, like I said, in a Donnybrook match. And we talked about this, and we saw Drew McIntyre, and I said it a little bit earlier, we saw Drew McIntyre and Sheamus compete in a match like this recently, in the past, month on SmackDown. I forgot which exactly date it was. And, it was a really good match, and I really enjoyed it. And I was looking at one of my shows from last year, and I was looking at my Extreme Rules match, my Extreme Rules preview show from last year, and it showed that when I did it, there was only one match with an extreme stipulation. And if you guys know, throughout the past years, we haven't seen a stipulation match, or stipulation matches, and these pay-per-views, gimmick pay-per-views, don't really live up to their pay-per-view thing and their blah, 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 Hell in the Cell having one Hell in the Cell, Extreme Rules having no Extreme, it's just a random pay-per-view. So finally, we're getting ourselves stipulation matches, and this one might not be the best one in the world, but hey, it's something. And these 6 guys are going to go out, they're going to beat the living hell out of each other in every possible way. We've seen it on SmackDown, we've seen it on Raw. The Brawling Brutes showed up on NXT this past week. This is going to be a banger after banger after banger after banger. And this is only going to be 24 hours after Sheamus and Gunther fight each other tomorrow night in the main event of SmackDown for the Intercontinental Championship. So they're going to be having some type of they're going to be having a lot of things going, there's going to be some type of function, something that's going to affect them from Friday night. It's only 24 hours. So, after these 6 guys beat the living hell out of each other, I'm going to say that Imperium wins. I'm taking Imperium. I'm taking the Intercontinental Champion, Gunther, Ludwig, and Giovanni Vinci to beat the Brawling Brutes. And I think the Brawling Brutes are going to put up one hell of a performance of, they're going to put on a great performance, and it's going to be a great match. But Imperium's going to take home the win in this 6-man tag team match. And now, the next match we're going to get into, it is going to be a strap match, everybody. It is Karrion Kross with his beautiful wife, Scarlett Bordeaux, going up against the Chosen One, not the Chosen One, Drew McIntyre. He has been, and we've been seeing this rivalry go on since Kross made his debut. And you guys, I'm so happy. I know we've talked a little bit about it with Karrion Kross, but the way that everything has been going with the promos, the way they do everything, the lighting, the entrance, everything about this Karrion Kross is making me forget that he was even on Raw. And, I hope that people do forget. I wish we had the Men in Black thing where we could snap our thing and they could hit us with something so we could forget that Karrion Kross was on Raw in a mask and a cape and whatever the hell that was. A skirt? I don't even know. But this Karrion Kross is phenomenal, and I think having a match with Drew McIntyre is a great first rivalry coming back. He obviously wants to face Roman Reigns. Who doesn't want to face Roman Reigns? I mean, I want to face Roman Reigns. I want to be the head of the freaking table. Tino's the bloodline. Tino's the honorary Uce. Tino's the long lost brother of the bloodline. Tino's got a little Samoa in him. He's representing. Roman needs to give me a that says Tino honorary Uce shirt. Roman, watch this and let me know what you think, Roman. I'll join the bloodline. I'm down. I could be your hornswoggle. So, everybody, in this match, I'm going to take Karrion Kross to win this match. Drew McIntyre and Karrion Kross have had a great rivalry, like I said, the promos, everything about it. And this is where we could possibly see the White Rabbit. Karrion Kross, you guys know, I said it and I've been saying it. Karrion Kross could be part of this. He's been out there a few times at 923. The QR code came up a few times when he was there. There was other things that have happened with Karrion Kross. Scarlett Bordeaux threw fireballs in Drew McIntyre's face. I said Sami Zayn. Drew McIntyre's face. And when the White Rabbit was going through that little weird Pac-Man maze thing, there were fireballs. And we talked about the Wyndham 6. What if it's all the Firefly characters coming to life? And we'll talk a little bit about that more after we get into all the matches and we talk about that. But this is where it could possibly see the debut of the White Rabbit. So, I'm going to take Karrion Kross to win this match, but I think we could see the debut of the White Rabbit here in this match. I don't know what order this pay-per-view is going to go. I'm hoping that we do start it with maybe like the ladder match. I really do hope that the Fight Pit is the main event because I think that would be the best one to do it, but we'll just have to see. So, now that we talked about those two matches, let's talk about the ladder match because this is the match that I think that could start the show. And it is the EST, a WWE, Bianca Belair going up against my man Chris, his bae, the one and only Bayley. She is here. We don't got Damage Control in this picture, but, you know, I don't know. Maybe they'll be out there. Maybe we'll see Alexa and Bianca, or Alexa and Asuka and Candice come out. Survivor Series War Games is coming up in November, guys. It's gonna go down. We're probably gonna see some type lead to that match in some sort way of fashion. I can't speak, guys. I'm so sorry. But I think that this match is gonna be great, and it involves a ladder. And like I said, it's a stipulation. It's a ladder match. I love ladder matches, especially I like singles matches. And something I learned, I didn't know if you guys didn't know this, I did not realize that this was the first ever ladder match that the women's title was on the line. I thought it was at one point. So, I mean, that's awesome that we're doing the first ever women's ladder match in this match. And these two women absolutely deserve it. The EST, Bianca, and, you know, Damage Control is going to be good. People have been saying they don't really like Damage Control as tag team champions and everything like that. But, I mean, at least they're being, like, represented in some type of a way where if at least Bayley wins the championship, then Damage Control has all the gold, and you got to go through Damage Control. And what if at Survivor Series, I'm just saying, Toxic Attraction continues to lose. I don't know what's going on with Toxic Attraction. I don't know what's going to go on with Miss Mandy Rose. We're probably going to see her and Alba Fire in some type of stipulation match at Halloween Havoc. But what if we see, at one point we see Damage Control and Toxic Attraction down the road, and Toxic Attraction wants to come against Damage Control's titles, and they want to go and they do like a winner take all 6-woman tag match. I don't know. Just something to think about. So either way, I'm going to take Bianca Belair to win this match. I know Chris agrees with me. Chris says Bayley wins the women's championship match. Of course, Chris, we know what you got. Chris wants his girl Bayley to win. So I'm going to take Bayley too, and I do agree with Chris. I do agree that Bayley will probably win this match, and she's going to climb the ladder to success. And the way we saw Raw end on Monday is the way that we're going to see this match end on Saturday, with Damage Control holding all the gold on Raw, and Damage Control holding the tag titles that can go between both Raw and SmackDown. So this ladder match is going to be great. It's going to be one match for the ages. It's going to be one match for the ages. And like Sheamus says, banger after banger after banger. So now let's get into a banger. A match that I think is going to be an absolute banger of a match. It is going to be the one, the rated R superstar Edge. My man Gizmo 305, his favorite. Shout out to Gizmo. I love my man Gizmo. Going up against not the leader of Judgment Day. I think Rhea Ripley's the leader of Judgment Day, guys. But he's part of Judgment Day. He is the one. He's the only. It is Finn Balor, guys. He is, you know, this rivalry and Edge now and those promos that Edge is doing. You know, I think it's great where he's saying that he built Judgment Day and he needs to destroy it. And the only way he can is if he takes out Finn and then he takes out Priest. And then, Dominic obviously there, and who knows what's going on with Dominic, guys. Dominic is like, you're my poppy. You're not my poppy no more. You're not my poppy. I mean, I don't know what Dominic's doing, but Rhea Ripley's got some type of spell over this guy, and I'm sure we're going to see not damage control. I'm sure we're going to see Judgment Day involved in some way. I'm sure we're going to see Rey Mysterio come out at some point. I'm sure we're going to see all these crazy things go on that is going to happen at Extreme Rules with these guys. And, if Santos Escobar and Legado del Fantasma don't debut on Friday, and if they do even, I think if they show up at Extreme Rules, honestly, I would wait till Saturday. I would have this I Quit match because it is an I Quit match. So if you guys don't know what that means you got to grab a microphone. I was going to show you my lighter. I'll show you my controller. You got to grab a controller, or a controller. You got to grab a microphone, and you got to put it up to the guy's face, and he's got to say the two words, I quit. And we've seen stuff where matches with The Miz and Cena, where Miz used the phone and recorded John's voice and edited it and stuff like that. And who knows, we could see some type of shenanigans go on in this match and something like that. Or maybe, I did hear somebody saying maybe the only way Edge says I quit is if they bring out Beth Phoenix and Rhea Ripley kidnaps Beth Phoenix and, stuff like that. Speaking of kidnapping, where's Dexter Lumis going to be? Are we going to see Dexter beat the crap out of The Miz? Is he going to be part of Wyndham 6? What is going on with The Miz? What's up, Muncie? My man in Muncie in the building. Everybody go check out Muncie. Yes, Hassan, I do like Edge, the Rated R Superstar. I am going to go through all of the comments, guys, after we go through all the matches. So keep leaving them. I'm just, as I look over, I see you guys. Want to give you guys all a little bit of a shout out. Thought for a Sami Zayn, I thought you were Sami Zayn. I'm the honorary Oos, Muncie, what you mean? Tino, the honorary Oos, long lost brother. But the I Quit match, guys, is going to be great. And like I said, maybe Rhea kidnaps Beth and Beth comes out and that's just like, don't hurt my wife, I quit. And something like that. But I don't know. Honestly, though, I'm going to take Edge and I'm going to say the Rated R Superstar wins this match. I'm going to stick with my gut and say that Edge pulls out the victory over Judgment Day somehow, some way, and maybe we lead to a Survivor Series match with Judgment Day, Edge, Rey Mysterio, AJ Styles, and Beth Phoenix versus Dom, Rhea, Finn, and Damian. I don't know. It could, but I think that's what's going to go down into that I Quit match. But it's going to be one for the ages, guys. It's going to be a great one, so I cannot wait to see it. We have 113 people watching so far, so thank you guys all so much that have come and hung out so far. I appreciate it. We got 2 more matches to go through, and then we're going to talk, and we're going to go into the chat, see what everybody's saying, talk about the White Rabbit, talk about AEW craziness, because that's ridiculous, the Sammy Guevara and Andrade and everything. So, the next match that we are going to talk about, before we talk about the match that I think will be the main event, the pay-per-view is called Extreme Rules, and this match is Extreme Rules. It is for the SmackDown Women's Championship. It is the one and the only, you only live once, the SmackDown Women's Champion, Liv Morgan, going up against the baddest woman and the baddest bitch on the planet, Ronda Rousey. Which woman is going to go to the absolute extreme to make sure that they walk out as women's champion? Liv Morgan had that moment at Money in the Bank, and I thought it was absolutely great. I'm a big Liv fan. I love Liv Morgan and her story. And if you watched her documentaries and everything like that, it was one of those great moments that everybody should love and everybody should remember, to the point where it's like, it was a great time to be a wrestling fan for somebody that is an underdog, and watching her win the Money in the Bank match and then watching her cash in, even though it was as predictable as watching a Monday Night Raw or watching a Patrick Mahomes football game and watch Pat Mahomes run in circles. It was as predictable as that, because they have seemed to do it the last 5 years, where one person, if it's not the woman, it's the man. If it's not the man, it's the woman. One of them cashes in. But Liv Morgan got her win, and she did. And then we all thought she was going to lose it right away, and she didn't. And then she beat Ronda Rousey. And then she still is here now. The women's champion. The Extreme Rules here in October. She won the championship. What was Money in the Bank was the weekend of July 4th. So she's been champion now for a few months, two and a half months. She's coming up on almost 100 days as champion, I think, like 90 days, I think, something like that. But Liv Morgan as champion has been very good. I see my man Ghost in the building. What's up, Ghost? Tino in the building. Ghost Noble. Oh, gotta take a break. My brother, I guess I'm talking too much. But this Extreme Rules match, guys, is going to be great. We saw what Liv did to Lacey Evans. She put Lacey through that table. She even said that she was on Out of Character podcast with Ryan Satin. And she was talking about that match. She was talking about how she knows that now that she can do it, she's willing to take more risk. And she knows that she can be the face of the women's division and everything like that. But Ronda Rousey wants to rip off her arms. She wants to take the championship, and she wants to prove to everybody. And this is the one match, guys, I just don't know which way it's going to go. It could be Liv Morgan overcoming Ronda Rousey, or it could be as stupid as a little, like, 8-minute squash match where they use a couple weapons and Liv Morgan gets tapped out by Ronda Rousey. And I really hope it's not like that. I hope it's a good 20-minute match, and I trust Papa H to make it a really good match. So I think it's going to be a good match. I don't believe that he'll mess it up. So I think it's going to be a good match. But in the end, as much as I love as much as I love Liv Morgan, and as much as I want to see her win this championship, I just feel like they're leading to something with Ronda versus Shayna. And Ronda is going to win the championship versus Liv Morgan. And then Shayna Baszler's going to come out, or maybe Shayna costs Ronda and they set up some type of rivalry. Maybe they do it that way. But the more predictable way that I could see it happening, and we all know WWE is predictable, but I guess not now. I guess they have been kind of like, they have been getting us a few times. They got me with the Johnny. They got me with Damage Control at SummerSlam. I wasn't expecting all of that. So maybe they'll get us, but I just don't see it happening. And as much as I would love to see Liv's reign continue, I'm going to take Ronda Rousey to win and be your new SmackDown Women's Championship, with Liv Morgan losing and possibly an interruption from Charlotte. We haven't seen Charlotte in a minute. Where is Shayna Baszler at? Do we see somebody else come up? Do we see Mandy? Do we see Mandy versus Charlotte? I don't know. Who knows? This is where it could lead, guys. This is the one match that I feel like it could be some type of something crazy. We've seen all the craziness going on with Andrade. We'll talk about that in a little bit. But it's just like, where's Charlotte at? Andrade's been back. Charlotte's not back yet. She's done a few podcasts and everything. So could we see Charlotte return on Friday? Or on Saturday night? Not Friday night. On Saturday night, could we see Miss Charlotte Flair return? I think it's a possibility. But I'm taking Ronda Rousey to win and be your new SmackDown Women's Championship. And now, as Mark Henry likes to say, on Friday nights on Rampage, I guess they're doing a 3-hour Rampage Battle of the Belts on Friday night, everybody. I don't know. We'll have to see how that all goes down tomorrow. But, as Mark Henry likes to say, it's time for the main event here on Tino's Time Wrestling Extreme Rules Preview Show, and the main event of Extreme Rules on Saturday night in Philadelphia. And this is something else I wanted to mention, guys, because we talked a little bit about it. I gave a little bit of credit. My man SCW Steve, he goes live in 4 minutes, but you got to stay here with Tino, and then after we're done, because he'll still be on, stay here and then go watch Steve. But shout out to SCW Steve. If you look in the corner, the left-hand corner behind Matt Riddle's, or next to Matt Riddle's hat, there is a thing, and it's a lantern like Bray Wyatt used to have, and it has fireflies in it. And there's not many of these. I think this one, and I think, not the Bianca. Let's see if there is any other. 1, 2. Yeah, see, Kross has it. Finn has it. You see? That's what I'm saying. And then Liv doesn't have it. So that's what I'm saying. Look for that lantern, because maybe the lantern means something. And maybe the matches that have the lantern comes. And this is where the Fiend, the White Rabbit show up. But this match isn't just any other match, guys, and I did say it earlier, but if you're just joining us, because I see we got 20 people in the stream, so everybody, make sure you guys hit that like button. Join Tino's Nation. We'll be live watching Halloween Kills tonight. Leave your comments, your questions, everybody. I see you guys all leaving your questions. Thank you, guys. So, this isn't any other match. This is a fight pit match. And the last time we saw this match, it was Matt Riddle. It was Timothy Thatcher. And these guys were absolutely beating the hell out of each other. And if you guys don't know what a fight pit is, then you guys need to go on the WWE Network or Peacock and go watch the one from NXT with Matt Riddle and Timothy Thatcher, because you can't win by pinfall. You can't escape the cage. It's not a steel cage match. The only way to win is by choking and submitting your opponent, and until they're knocked out with a 10 count. I think it's a 10 count, or I think it's just until they get knocked out. Somebody confirm that for me on the chat. And Chris says this won't be the main event. I hope that I hope this is the main event, but we'll have to see. I don't know which one is going to be the main event, to be honest. So we'll have to see. But yeah, Tino is going to get 2 wrong at Extreme Rules. Chris, why you blaming my predictions? But guys, while getting distracted with the chat, we also have a special guest referee. It is UFC Boxing Hall of Famer Daniel Cormier, and he's coming, and he's going to be in the fight pit. He's going to make sure that these two guys control each other, don't kill each other completely, and this match is going the way that it should go. So this match, guys, is going to be an absolute banger after banger after banger after banger after banger. It's going to be a great match. And this is the match, honestly, guys, I'm looking forward to the most. It's going to be great. And these two guys are going to kill each other inside the fight pit. Who knew that in 2 months we would get a fight pit match and we're getting Survivor Series Extreme or Survivor Series War Games? Who would have seen that coming 6 months ago? Not this guy. So it's going to be a great match, and I cannot wait to see how it goes down. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if somehow Daniel Cormier gets involved a little bit and gets a little bit like, tries to get testy with the guys and tries to whatever. But I think that this match will be great. And, Seth Rollins does have a United States Championship match on Monday going up against the almighty Bobby Lashley for the United States Championship. So that's one of the interesting things, because it's like, why is Seth Rollins going to be in a fight pit with Riddle, and then he's going to be facing Bobby Lashley 24 hours later? And not saying that I don't think Seth Rollins or Matt Riddle could do it, but if Seth loses, why is Seth going to get a United States Championship match on Monday for losing and not winning and not being the champion that we all, you know what I mean? Where it was like, so if he loses to Riddle, then why is he getting a match? Shouldn't Riddle get that match? I feel like the other stipulation in this match should be who wins this match gets to face Bobby Lashley on Monday night. But maybe that is the stipulation and we don't know, and maybe Seth Rollins does lose and then Matt Riddle faces Lashley, or maybe Riddle wins and then it makes sense, or maybe Seth wins and it makes sense. I don't know, guys. It's just something to think about in the back of your head. So, after this match is all said and done, and Chris said it might not be the main event, and if it's not, that's cool too. If it's wherever it's at in the card, I don't know how it's going to go. WWE could have it all set. Who knows? They could change it tomorrow. Again, it isn't Vince McMahon, so maybe they do have it set. But this match, I think, will be great. I did hear also, though, that the fight pit is hard to put together. So maybe it's either the first match or a middle match. I don't know. We'll see, I guess, on Saturday. So, after this match is all said and done, I'm going to take Matt Riddle. He's won in the fight pit already. Or no, he actually lost in the fight pit to Timothy Thatcher. And I think that Matt Riddle is going to win. And he's going to defeat Seth Rollins. And this rivalry may not be completely finished, but it's sure as hell going to be done. And in a way, it's going to be a great finish to a very great rivalry. So I'm taking my man, Bro Riddle, Matt Riddle, 4K or 4K. 420 RK Bro just said we smoked your ass. He's going to smoke Seth's ass out of Philadelphia. And then Seth's going to come and hang out and watch the Bears game with your boy Tino on Sunday, as we hope that the Bears win and beat the Minnesota Vikings. But probably not. So, everybody, those are all my predictions for the 6 matches that are going to go down at Extreme Rules. So now that we went through all the predictions, let's get into the chat. Let's talk for a little bit. How's everybody doing? How was your Wednesday night? Oh God, excuse me. How was your Wednesday night? How was your Thursday morning? We get some breakfast. We have a good morning. We get a little workout in, everybody. So thank you guys. I see we got 31 comments. So thank you guys. Let's get into all of the chats. My man Justin starting us off here today. Justin says, Tino. Justin first here in the chat. What's up? Tino was in the chat. What's up, Tino? He said, let's get Extreme Rule. Let's get extreme. Drop your questions, everybody, and answer them below. Yes, guys, drop your question like Tino says, and I'll answer them as soon as I can. Corey says, what's up, Tino? What's up, Corey? What's up, my guy? How you doing? Thanks for coming and stopping by. He says, do you think that we see Ray involved in the I Quit match? That's a very good question, Corey. I think we possibly could, because we talked about it with Judgment Day and Edge in the I Quit match. Apparently, Santos Escobar is going to be involved in some way, shape, or form, and it should be very interesting to see exactly what happens with that and with that match, because I'm sure we're going to see Judgment Day. I'm sure Ray's going to come out and try to help Edge. Maybe this is where Dom beats the shit out of his dad, or maybe this is where Ray finally snaps and just starts beating the shit out of Dom. I don't know, but I think it's very possible. So Corey, hopefully you come and watch on Saturday, you watch a little bit of Extreme Rules, and maybe we do say Rey Mysterio. What's up, Courtney? How you doing? I did give Courtney a little shout out earlier, but let's give Courtney another one. What's up, Courtney? Thanks for coming and hanging out. Courtney is not feeling too good, everybody, so let's all wish Courtney well. What's up, Jocko? Jocko's in the building. Courtney says, thank you, Tino. You're welcome, Courtney. I got you. I appreciate it. If you're still in here, thank you, Courtney, for coming and hanging out. I know I did just talk for a half hour, so thank you guys all for listening. Jocko says, Goldberg. Return. Extreme Rules. Please no. Please no. Please. Please no. Chris says, let's go Bayley and Liv Morgan. Let's go Bayley and Liv Morgan. Let's go. Hassan. Hell yeah, Hassan. I knew I had to put a pull up for you, my guy. I knew you'd like that. Noob. Noob's here. He's ready to noob us. Noob and Co. in the building. What's up, Noob? Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for coming and hanging out. Chris is still in the building. Chris says the Fight Pit will be the first match of Extreme Rules. Will it now? Interesting. I mean, if it's the first match, I'm down too. I just think it's either got to be the first match or the last match, because like I said, I heard that it's very, very hard to take it down. So we will have to see. But, I mean, either way. Chris says Bayley versus Bianca Belair will be the main event. Chris, so if you see, Chris, if you're still in the chat, so if Bayley and Bianca main event, do you think that is more of a possibility of seeing Charlotte Flair, seeing Shayna Baszler, seeing, do you expect, I want to get your opinion on this. I want to hear what you have to say. So let me know. Do you think that if it is the main event that we are more likely to see Charlotte than it is if it is in like the middle of the show? Brandon, what's up, Brandon in the building? Brandon Brewer, what's up, Brandon? Bo Dallas is the White Rabbit. Man, I would not be shocked at all, because what if he is? What if he has a part of it? What if he's part of the Wyndham Six? He is the brother of Bray Wyatt, the brother of Wyndham. The last time we saw him, he was Believe. It's Believe, Tom. He was with Curtis Axel as the B team, or the A team. No, it was the B team, because The Miz was the A-lister. Yeah. So the B team, Bo Dallas is now in a relationship. I don't know if they're engaged, but he is in a relationship with Mrs. SmackDown Women's Champion Liv Morgan. Lucky Bo Dallas out there. He is, like I said, the brother of Bray Wyatt and Wyndham. He didn't leave on bad terms. So, Brandon, that is a very good theory that could very well happen on Saturday. Thank you, Brandon, for your question, and thank you for your comment. I appreciate it. Noob's got a question. Noob's got an answer. He's got a comment. Noob, there was a Karrion Kross promo they posted yesterday. I didn't even see that. Noob, send me the link if you can. Brandon says Wade Barrett has been great on commentary. Yes, Brandon, I have loved Wade Barrett on commentary. It's great. He's so amazing. I know it didn't last too long, but I really loved when they had the bad news for you. Or I've got some bad news for you. That was just great. I just really enjoyed that. That was just awesome. So, boy Tino gonna take a sip of water. We live on the live stream. Make sure I could still talk. Chris says the Brawling Brutes win. Chris, I guess we're on the fence about this one. I guess it's Tino versus Chris. Who's gonna get the right prediction? We're gonna have to find out on Saturday. Karrion Kross wins. At least me and Chris agree on that. I agree, Chris. Hassan says, cool Bloodline shirt. Thank you, Hassan. We're the honorary Oos long-lost brother that they still need to find to bring Tino part of the Bloodline. Tino at Sharon to Sami Zayn. Maybe Sami Zayn's my dad and I just didn't know. Maybe. You guys know? Maybe. Possibly. Kross is winning. Noob says Kross is winning. Bayley wins the Raw Women's Champion with help with Alexa Bliss turn on Bianca and cost her title. I could see that. And then Chris, do you think that Alexa would then be a part of Wyndham? Because that was the other group I said. I said it could be Scarlett, Alexa, Dexter, Ciampa. Where's Ciampa at? We haven't seen Tommaso Ciampa in a minute. Bray Wyatt. And then what about Dexter? It could be, well, no. So Alexa. Stupid controller. Alexa, Scarlett, Kross, Bray.
I'm having trouble. Please try it in a little while.
Oh my god, I keep losing track. Scarlett, Alexa. Let's try to see. Oh my god. Scarlett, Alexa, Kross, and Bray. And then Dexter and Ciampa. That's what I think possibly could happen. Possible. That's just one of my theories. The Wyndham 6 could be those 6 people. Noob says damage control is going to help Bayley win. You already know Asuka is already written off and somewhat Alexa Bliss written off because Asuka got a kayfabe injury. Yeah, right. No, Noob, you're right. You're absolutely right. That's right. Asuka did get, if Asuka doesn't come out though, possibly Candice. We've seen Candice kind of teaming up with her a little bit. So maybe we see Candice return. I don't know. I would like to see Candice on Friday night or Saturday night. But Asuka did get hurt with a kayfabe injury. We're definitely going to see the return Bayley DOS straps. What if she comes out, Noob, what if she comes out with her huggable character and she comes out and she's like, oh my god, I'm lovable and I'm this and that and blah, blah, blah. And then she doesn't do anything. Like, what if? What if? Hassan says, I like Edge. Hell yeah, I like Edge, the rated superstar. The great one. We got Muncie in the building. What's up, Muncie? Thanks for coming and stopping by. Chris says, Judgment Day turns on Finn Balor and helps Edge. That's an interesting thought. I thought you were Sami Zayn for a minute. Hey, like I said, honorary Oos. Tino the Bloodline. Chris says, Liv Morgan wins. Chris says, Liv Morgan wins with the help of Charlotte Flair. Interesting. That could be an interesting pairing. Charlotte Flair and Liv Morgan. Chris also says he's taking Liv Morgan to win. We got my man Ghost Noble. Ghost Tino, guys, is in the building. Go check out my man Ghost there all the time. On Twitter, hanging out. Always shares his stuff. Thank you, Ghost. He says, what's up, guys? I don't care for Liv as champ, but I do want Ronda winning it. But I don't want Ronda winning it either. So do you think... So, Ghost, if you're still in here, because I know this is a little bit behind. This is from like 10 minutes ago. Ghost, do you think that Ronda... Or do you think that Shayna would help Ronda? Do you think that Shayna would cost Ronda? Do you think... Like, what do you think is going to happen? Ghost, let me know if you're still here. They're going to keep it out. I hope they do, but I just don't know. Chris says Tino's going to get 2 wrong. Tino's going to get 2 wrong. Damn, I guess I'm going to get 2 wrong, guys. He also says the Fight Pit is not going to main event. My Wednesday was good. Thank you. You're welcome. That's good, Hassan. You doing anything fun tonight? And there's on Washington was good. Oh, that's right. Oh, because Rampage. Who knows anymore what day's on what day anymore? But I said it again. Dynamite yesterday was in Washington. Hassan was in Washington, but he didn't go to the show. Charlotte Flair will beat Liv Morgan for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Do you think Liv Morgan... So you think Charlotte Flair is the one to beat Liv Morgan? Maybe. I could see it. I could definitely see that happen. Definitely. If Bayley versus Bianca Belair is the main event, or for first Bayley match wins Raw Women's Champion, that still, man, I think that's great. Because Gunther is going to retain his Intercontinental Championship against Sheamus on Friday tomorrow night. That is why the Brawling Brutes win at Extreme Rules on Saturday. Yeah, I could see that. But I'm still going to stick with my gut. I'm going to stick with Imperium to win. Ghost Noble says he's back in the building. What's up, Ghost? That is everybody. That is the last chat. So we are all caught up in the chat, everybody. Continue to comment and like, everybody. And let's continue to talk about all this craziness, because we'll stay live for a little bit longer, so continue to stay and come and hang out, ask some more questions. But guys, let's talk about all of this AEW drama, because what happened last night was a little bit crazy. Because apparently, Friday's bout, a match that I was looking forward to a lot to see, the match between Preston Vance and Andrade is off because Andrade and Sammy Guevara got into a fight. Sammy Guevara apparently threw punches, and Sammy Guevara gets to stay, but Andrade gets sent home, and it just makes no sense to me at all. So the match that was supposed to be a Mask versus AEW loser, like if Andrade lost, he leaves AEW. But that match is apparently off now, and instead we'll be celebrating, and they were going to do it anyway, because we will be celebrating Brody Lee's final match at AEW Rampage, as 10 will get the shot at, and because he missed All Out. So, as 10 will get the title shot that he missed out at All Out. So, we're going to see a bunch of other matches. Rampage is 2 hours. Apparently, I don't know if it's an hour of Rampage and an hour of Battle of the Belts. I don't know if it's a 2-hour Rampage, an hour of Battle of the Belts. I don't know if it's 2-hour Rampage and then 2 hours of Battle of the Belts. If anybody knows, let me know. Because I have no idea. And I've tried to look, can't find it. So if it is just 2 hours, maybe we will stay live for the extra 2 hours and watch it. But if it is 4, I don't know, guys. I don't know if we could stay up here till 1 o'clock in the morning. Your boy Tino might pass out on the live stream, even though you guys might like that and enjoy that. But that's craziness going on in AEW. And there was another thing I saw, and apparently that CM Punk, guys, has secretly been released of his contract. He has now been released secretly. He's being bought out of his contract. They are saying that he will not be able to compete for 2 years, that he will still get the merchandise and the sales of all of his merchandise until the end of 2022, I think. So that's a very interesting storyline going on. Everything in AEW is a disaster. Ricky Starks is telling and calling people out on social media saying that his employees need to act more like an adults and not act like children, and why can't like it just be like, it just everything is falling apart. And one of my friends sent me something that said that Tony Khan was more worried about being Booker of the Year than worrying about what was going on. And if that's the case, it's like, what is he doing? He's building up his ego so much that's what he's worried about, is not having the ability to be the best Booker of the Year. It's like, come on now, my guy. Like, come on, get your roster going, get your roster better, and then come on and fix shit going on. Because next week, we will be seeing other matches go down. We'll be seeing Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus go up against each other. We're going to see other things go down. But guys, the way AEW is going is just absolutely crazy. It's ridiculous. It's nuts. And it's just one of those things that I just personally do not enjoy very much, because it's just like, why can't we all just get along? Why is everybody fighting with each other? Why is everybody arguing with each other? Why can't nobody get along with each other? Why is it that we all gotta act like children? Like, they are all grown adults, and why can't we just, it's like, come on, like, be professional. If Andrade wants to leave, then Tony, let Andrade go. Maybe he'll go back to WWE. But, that's the one thing I have also said. Just imagine, guys, if these guys would have just waited a little bit longer. And I know they were probably miserable, and I know they weren't happy. But they literally, all they had to do was just wait it out a little bit longer. And guys like Andrade, Keith Lee, and Swerve, and I know Keith Lee and Swerve are doing better, but, Andrade, guys like Aleister Black, Malachi Black, guys that have not been used very much, that have went to AEW. Where's Johnny Morrison, Johnny Elite, Johnny All Wrestling, Johnny TNA, Johnny Tino's Time, Johnny this and Johnny that? Where's he at? Why aren't the TNT and the TBS championship irrelevant, and they barely get competed on? And they, like, yes, Brian Cage and Wardlow went out there and did what they did, but it's like these titles just feel absolutely irrelevant. And when is Jade going to lose the TBS title and go up and face and be the AEW Women's Championship? Because at some point she's going to have to lose, and she's going to have to go, and she's going to have to become, and she's going to want to have to go after the top title, right? Or is she just going to want to be the TBS Championship forever? So, it's very crazy, guys, in AEW. It's very nuts. Let's get back to the chat for a minute. We got Chris. Dark Order needs to win on Friday night on Rampage. I agree. After Extreme Rules, all will be champion. Chris, I agree with you. I think that's how it's gonna end. We're gonna see Damage Control with all the gold, and all the Bloodline's gonna have all the gold. And speaking of the Bloodline, let's talk about the Bloodline, because the Bloodline, guys, has got to be the best god darn thing in professional wrestling right now. My man Sami Zayn is the best commentator, the best performer, the best guy on the mic. This guy can do anything, and it doesn't matter what he does or says, and it is just absolutely the best. Sami Zayn is the best on everything right now, guys. And the Bloodline is so great. And the way that Sami played it off, and the way I thought he was going to leave the Bloodline, and the way that I thought, and then they gave him the honorary Ooh shirt, and Roman's like, give me a hug, brother. It was like watching Drake and Josh. And then, Roman's like, get away. And then, Jay was like, give me that shirt. I want that shirt off. Jimmy wasted no time. He's like, give me that goddamn shirt. He's like, I don't care. Give me that goddamn shirt. So, very interesting to see everything that is going on with the Bloodline. And I know that Roman is not on the card, but why can't we see Roman? Like, why can't we see Roman go on the card and have a good old time and talk a little bit? That would be a good time. What do you guys think? I think that would be great if we see Roman come out, do his thing a little bit, talk a little bit, and then, yeah. So, it would be very, very interesting just to see that happen and that go down. Because, it's one of those things that is like, well, what are the Bloodline not going to be part of Extreme Rules at all? We did also see that Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens had a little bit of a thing, So, is that possible? Could we possibly see, and could we possibly be seeing they turn? And could we be seeing Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens go after the titles like we have all expected. And hey, I even called it a while ago, and I said that that could possibly happen. So what if that is the case? What if that does happen? I mean, hey, I don't know. It is very possible, guys. And that would be one thing that I would be loving to see is Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn tagging back up and becoming the undisputed tag team champions of the world, or however you guys want to say it. And now, the last thing I want to mention here, because I want to get it back up on my thing, because I didn't get it up because your boy Tino is slow. So let's get it back up on his thing, and then we will talk about it again, because we got to go over, guys, one more time. We got to go over this White Rabbit situation, because this White Rabbit situation is crazy. It's ridiculous, and it's one of those things that we have to keep an eye on, because after this and after all the stuff that I read it to you guys on Tuesday, but I want to read it to you guys again. So let me get it up on the computer screen, and then I will show you guys, and we will talk about this White Rabbit situation, because we've been talking about it. People said it's Bo Dallas. People said it's this person and that person. I mean, it could be anybody at this point. Hey, maybe it's me. It could be Tino. You know, I don't know. So, yeah, everybody. So, let me just get it up and get it in the thing, and then I will share it with all of you guys, and we will go over the White Rabbit situation again. So, everybody, got to pull it up, get it up, you know. Everybody, continue to leave your comments and your concerns. Thank you, guys. We got 8 people on the stream. We got 16 likes. Thank you guys all so much. I appreciate it. Can't do it without you guys. No. What the hell? Oh, there they are. There they are. Okay, but is it going to let me please go on the desktop right away? Nope, it did not. Everybody, funny as hell. So, everybody, let's go through this real quick. Let me get these all in. There's so many pictures. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. Let's see. I think I got him. Let's see. Chris is Chris, what you doing, my guy? So, Chris, what do you think? Let's go. Let's go. So, everybody, now that I got them all in, that's not the right one, but okay. And that's not it. Okay, I guess I didn't get them in. No. I know, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, guys. Your boy Tino messed up. Oh, God. Where'd it go? Okay, guys, there we go. So you guys can still hear me? We're good? Yeah, okay. So, everybody, now that I got it all wrapped up and everything, so now let's get the banner out of the way. So, everybody, we got another QR code on Monday, and it was a very interesting one, because it came up when we were talking, and Asuka and Alexa and Bianca were there, and they were talking, and they were doing their thing, and they were doing this and that. But then, all of a sudden, the QR code popped up, and I was like, guys, go get the QR code, guys. Come on, go get that QR code. Like, let's go. But then, all of a sudden, we saw it was this weird, in the initial QR code. Shout out to my man Ryan Satin for posting this and stuff. There was a magic eye that reads WTA4MI or MJL. And that was very interesting because it was like, okay. So then we get, when you go up and you look, this is what comes up when you Google the code in the Samoan picture. And what is that? It's a Chinese thing. But it looks like a Chinese like box and Chinese this and that. But we see in the right corner, in the left-hand corner, we see the White Rabbit. Or, we see the name White Rabbit. So, okay. So, well, if that says White Rabbit, what does that even mean? Like, I don't even know. So, if you put the magic I code into the base 64 decoder, which is a binary to text encoding, it translates to 10/8/22 is the date of Extreme Rules. And the story of this guy and everything is the Samoan Peyton was chosen by God. Samoan was blessed with superhuman strength that made him invincible as long as the hair on his head remained unshorn. And when he told his secret to the Philippines with Delilah, he was captured and blinded, and his hair was cut. And then the last thing that I have, which is very interesting, before me, things created were none save eternal and internal. I induce this full quote ends with all hope abandoned, ye who enter here. And if you guys remember, on the Firefly Funhouse, we had abandon all hope, ye who exit here. So, what if he's entering back in to the WWE? What if that's the case? And what if he is actually becoming and being part of the WWE now, and he's coming back, so he's entering back to the WWE? It just something to think about, guys. I think we're gonna see him show up on Saturday. I think it's gonna happen. It's gotta happen at this point. There's no other person that it could possibly be besides Bray Wyatt. And to be honest, I really don't know any other person that it would be, unless if it's a group or something. So, everybody, that is all that I have got for you here on the Tino's Time Wrestling Extreme Rules preview show. We have went through all 6 matches, gave you all my predictions. We talked about the White Rabbit. We talked about the craziness in AEW. We talked about a couple other things. So, everybody, I cannot wait to see what happens at Extreme Rules on Saturday night inside and in Philadelphia. It's going to be one hell of a show. So, everybody, thank you guys all for joining me. Thank you for all of your questions. I actually do, before I do go, I have 2 more questions I want to answer on Instagram, because I forgot to get to the Instagram questions. We have 3 questions, actually, and a shout out to my girl Courtney, if she's still here in the chat. Courtney says, "Hey Tino, who is your favorite all-time superstar?" We got Philly Sports Podcast in the building. What's up, Philly Sports Podcast? Thanks for stopping by for a minute. Courtney asks, "Who is my favorite superstar of all time?" And you guys, if you guys are a regular here on Tino's Time, you guys all know who it is. It's the one, the only, the leader of the Scene Nation, John Cena. You can't see me. John Cena all day long. You can't see me. John Cena is my favorite. Another question we got on Instagram, it was, do you watch TNA? Just telling you, it is on AXS TV 8978 p.m. New 3 is a TNA old event. I used to watch a lot of TNA, but I don't know why. I just kind of fell out of it. For a while, I only watched WWE, and then AEW started, and then I started watching more because I started doing the podcast and starting to do a lot more, but I just still have not been able to get too much involved in in TNA. So, not really, but I appreciate your question. Thank you. Shout out to Lola Loud 517. Thank you for your question. I appreciate it on Instagram. And the last question we got on Instagram, because we only got 3, it is from my man and my guys at the A2 The K Wrestling Podcast, Go check them out. A to the K Wrestling on YouTube, Spotify, or not Spotify. I don't know if they're on Spotify, but they're on YouTube. They're on Instagram. Go check them out. Go follow all their social medias. They have awesome interviews. They have had the Dudley Boys. They have had just phenomenal superstars. They've talked to Mickie James. They've talked to other people. They've met a bunch of people. So go check them out. And he says, his question is, if the White Rabbit appears, when do they appear? So I don't know if he came and joined us at all, but I did send him the link. So we talked a little bit about this earlier, and I will mention it again. So if you guys look, if you see behind Rich Holland's head, there is a lantern with fireflies. And then if you look at Bianca and Bayley, there is kind of a light, but we don't see the lantern. And then for Karrion, Kross, and Drew McIntyre, you can see the lantern clearly, and those fireflies are in there again. But then we do see it, we don't really see it, but it's a red light, so maybe it does have something to do with it. We do see the fireflies. But then, for example, in the Liv Morgan and Ronda Rousey, other than that light behind Liv Morgan, we really don't see anything. So, I don't know why. And then lastly, Seth freaking Rollins and Matt Riddle, we see the lantern and the fireflies again. So what if every match that has the fireflies is a match that we got to keep an eye on for the QR code for this or for that? And, it's just something to think about. So honestly, if I see anything happening with the White Rabbit, it's got to be during the Fight Pit, Drew McIntyre or Karrion Kross. And my last choice would be maybe during the Donnybrook match, but that really wouldn't make too much sense. So I'm going to say either during the Edge and Finn Balor match, or I'm going to say during this match, the Matt Riddle and the Seth Rollins match. So everybody, thank you guys. We got a few more questions. Chris says his favorite superstar is Undertaker. My favorite all-time superstar is the Dudley Boys. Chris, get the tables! So, thank you guys all so much for coming here and hanging out and listening to all of my thoughts about everything that is going to go down here on Saturday night in Philadelphia at Extreme Rules. And guys, I'll be here while I'm going over everything, so continue to leave your comments. But we're going to go do the housekeeping real quick, go tell you guys what's coming up here, tell you what to follow and everything, and then we'll answer a few more questions, and then we'll say goodbye. Because, guys, we're not done here yet today here on Tino's Time. You guys got to go get a little nap in, go get some dinner, go get your snacks, go get your popcorn, go get everything, go get your blanket, go get your dog, go get everything you need, and we're going to get ready, and we're going to watch Halloween Kills tonight, live on Tino's Time at 9 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time. So everybody, it's that time. It's finally time for our first Halloween watch-along here on Tino's Time. We're going to watch it. We're going to go live at 9 o'clock. We won't start the movie till like 9:15. We'll get everybody in here. I'll tell you guys where to put the timestamp on and put it on if you guys could watch it. If you have it on DVD, however you guys want to watch it, however you guys find a way to watch it, whatever you guys do. So, everybody, we will be live again tonight, a little bit later on tonight, a little bit late tonight, not late, but 9 o'clock. So, the movie's not going to end till like 11 o'clock. We might get a little spooky. Your boy Tino might jump a little bit. So, thank you guys all for coming and hanging out and listening to your boy Tino's predictions for Extreme Rules. But, like I said, it's time to get a little spooky in here. So, we're going to go get ready. We're going to go get some food. We got to go get that pizza. You guys wanted it. Your boy Tino's getting some pizza. So, he's got to go pick up his pizza. We're going to go get some snacks, go get some popcorn. We're going to have ourselves a good old time. So, everybody, thank you guys all again for coming out and hanging out here on Tino's Time. Remember, if you guys want to listen to more of me and you want to listen to this audio version, go listen to us on SoundCloud and Spotify at Tino's Time. Also, Tino's Time Wrestling on Instagram and Facebook. Tino's Time 1996 on Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram. Guys, remember to hit that like button. Remember to subscribe to the channel. We're on the road to 500. We're giving our first giveaway. It's going to be one hell of a time. So make sure you don't miss anything out here on Tino's Time. If you guys have it, hit that like button, subscribe, turn that notification button on, most importantly, so then you guys know when we go live every week for Raw, SmackDown, NXT, AEW, all the premium and pay-per-view events, Monday Night Football, Sunday Football, all day long. We'll be live this Sunday. So everybody, thank you guys all for watching here and getting extreme here, finally on Tino's Time, because I was watching my Extreme Rules video from last year, and it was just not a good one. So I think this was definitely better. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and thank you guys again. And until 9 o'clock tonight, we got Mr. Michael Myers coming for your boy Tino. And hopefully Lori can kill him. Because we'll be getting ready for Halloween Kills. We're getting ready for Halloween Ends. Because that comes out next Friday on Peacock. So we'll be watching that live on Peacock. The premiere morning. But like I said, tonight we're getting spooky. So everybody, one last time, go follow all those social medias. You guys know what to do. And until tonight, when we watch Halloween Kills and we watch Michael Myers try to take over that neighborhood again, this is your boy Tino signing out. I will be putting the chat up at 11 or at like 8:30. So make sure you guys come in the chat. Let me know you're here so I know you guys are ready to watch. So thank you guys again one more time. I appreciate it. Love you guys. Love Tino's Nation. And again, until tonight, when we watch Halloween Kills, this is your boy Tino signing out.